there's something very magical about Miller. Just being on the stage and seeing that audience does something to you as a performer. And when you sit there, you have the same sense of excitement and anticipation. You watch something unfolding before your eyes. So either way, there is such a shared excitement. It's a very special venue to be at.
There's been so many great artists that have been on this stage for my festival, and they love this theater. I can't tell you how many artists always mention Miller Outdoor Theater as being their favorite place to perform. And that's a tribute not only to the theater, but to the staff, to the crew especially, the stagehands, the sound crew that produce the magic that comes off the stage.
You never know who's going to be coming here at Miller and who's available, and it's I'm just so happy to be able to do work here and give the people of Houston fun, free entertainment like this.
Miller's 100th anniversary means a lot to me personally, and I think to the whole Houston area, because it's the one place where you can go and it's always free and it's always accessible to the community, to anybody, to everybody that wants to come.
100 years is proof of the strength of Miller Outdoor Theater. And it's the teamwork which brings it all together to make it what it is, one of the most special places in the country.
Obviously, the physical structure has turned from a concrete bandshell to the structure that you see now, and it has enjoyed the support of the city of Houston and many mayors over the years in terms of funding and keeping it viable, free to the public. That's very unique.
Miller really now has reached so many different populations of the city, and Cissy in particular is just incredible about being very aware of that and curating shows that appeal to all those different communities.
Well, I think one of the things that Cissy has brought to us is that kind of international flair to it, because she really has brought in all kinds of new programming from overseas, the local programming, the international flair to it. So I would say that's one of those things that really kind of caught me, that she was really looking to make it more of a all-encompassing arts experience.
Certainly through Cissy's tenure, the board went from a granting board to a full-on producing board, and then after the pandemic, actually driven by the pandemic, live streaming, recording the shows here, and then placing them into the living rooms and that level of programming and content into the palms of people's hands, quite literally, and keeping us relevant.
Cissy has brought the level of professionalism on the stage and in everything that she does. And Cissy has worked incredibly hard to kind of have that standard of performances and events that will bring crowds, but also reach out to more niche audiences as well. But trying to utilize the stage and this venue as well as possible to really get the most people and the most diverse communities out here.
She's opened many avenues for a lot of groups here, and I like her ability to work with everybody and her encouragement, and her energy level is always there. Because now you come to Miller Theater and you see cultures from all over the world, and Cissy has a lot to do with that, I'm sure.
She was really looking to make it more of a all-encompassing arts experience. So again, you can come here and you can see any kind of art that you can ever think of. It's going to be here at Miller Outdoor Theater.
You know, some names become synonyms. I think Cissy's name is synonymous with Miller Outdoor Theater. Because, you know, Cissy is larger than life. Not just an extraordinary administrator, but she's, you know, her aura, her friendliness, her warmth. I mean, she remembers names, she has a nice word for everyone.
She's going to be missed, and hopefully the future will bring people to produce here and to run this venue with the same energy she had.
She's just so great to work with. I mean, she puts every ounce of her being into Miller, and I mean, it shows, and you can tell by talking to people in the audience that have seen her for years and years walking up on stage, that and then they'll pass by her in the hallway or something, just how much she is part of Miller. I'm going to miss her a lot.
To me, Cissy Segall Davis represents the very heart and soul of Miller Outdoor Theater. Her presence there as the managing director for the last 15 years has brought about dynamic change, growth, and enhancement for everyone involved. Cissy has worked with our local arts organizations, the large major ones as well as the small, developing community arts group to make certain they have the best experience performing on the stage at Miller. That in turn leads to the audience seeing productions that are of the finest caliber, the same which would be seen at any paid ticketed performing arts venue. It's her passion and true love for the arts, but most especially the performing arts, that drives Cissy. When people say that she is a pioneer in the arts, media, and public events, that's not just in Houston. She is known all over for her desire to bring world-class artistic performances to all the citizens of our region. Houston is fortunate to have had Cissy commit the last 15 years to Miller Outdoor Theater. She has dedicated herself to fully implementing the mission of the theater and assuring that everyone in this area has an opportunity to experience the performing arts. It is her honest belief that the arts have placed in the life of every citizen, and for that, she has worked to make sure Miller is where the arts come to life